many of you said yes in response to a request or an obligation that you know today? Okay, same question, but how many of you said no? Interesting. Okay, well, I think we have like a very conflicting idea about when to say yes or no, where the idea is to say yes to other people. However, we don't really look at the context, and we don't consider what happens when we say no. I myself have had plenty of conflicts with this, such as Wells Fargo. They're trying to pitch me for credit. They still are, and I just keep saying no and no, but they still keep pitching me. I just don't know what to do. And so, at the end of my presentation, I hope that you will agree with me that everybody needs to have to have a habit of saying no when necessary. Since we can communicate clearly with others, we can be people-centered, and that we can take care of ourselves. So, saying yes is probably like the right answer to do. However, it really doesn't benefit everyone, including ourselves. Now, William Ury, the author of The Power of a Positive No, says like certain scenarios in which we're compelled to say yes, such as accommodating, in which we want people to feel welcome or happy and make them feel like us. However, when we accommodate, it's unhealthy, as it gives us it can actually be destructive, as it restricts us from our desires. It's like paying taxes, where you know you have to give money to the government, but without a tax turbo or H&R Block, you're just giving your money away, and you know, where's the money? Like, I don't even have any money anymore because I give it all to the government. The government wins, I don't. So there you go. And another scenario is avoiding, in which you just say nothing. You don't say yes, you don't say no. In fact, Ury writes that when you avoid, you actually get high blood pressure and ulcers. Now, we're supposed to avoid greasy food to prevent high blood pressure, but we avoid something and then we get it. I'd much rather like eat McDonald's than to avoid my wife or my girlfriend. So now that we've seen how yes is like the wrong answer to things, let's look at how we can say no correctly. Now, Susan Klein and Kathy Henning Floyd in 1990 writes that people who have highly differentiated and personal construction system have a better ability to say no. What do all these big words mean? Well, you have to look closely at the person. You have to see what the person's like, and you have to see what his behavior is like in order to see if it matches you. So if you're people blind or if you're behavior blind, then just get glasses. That's just a way to say, learn how to read people much more better. Ury also wrote an article in 2008 in which he writes that there's like simple ways to say no, such as the simple not now. Like imagine a guy coming towards you and, hey, I need help with my homework right now. And you're too busy to do so, so just say, not now. It kind of calms everything down. And also, it kind of like insinuates that you're going to do it later. Like, I care about you, bro. I care about you, but not right now. We'll wait later. And in 2008, Carol Richardson wrote that the important thing is to take care of your good self. Like, being selfish is not necessary, being selfish is not a wrong thing. It's a necessity. If I wanted to drink Coke instead of water to get my heartbeat running and to feel energetic, why can't I? I mean, I'll drink water later. You know, it'll be fine. After all, we can become a better person after we know ourselves and take care of ourselves before we get into an arrangement with somebody. And in 2007, Elizabeth Scott writes about how to deliver, in which you have to be firm and you have to be polite. You just have to stand up straight, look him in the eye, and say, no. Well, that was too rough. Let me do it again. No. And you also have to stand your ground when people are like jabbering, trying to get you into doing it again. However, it's like water guns. The other person has a water gun, just go get a bigger one, keep saying no. And so we've seen how yes can be pretty negative in that it affects us wrongly, and that saying yes can be saying no can be a good solution if we know how to say it correctly. And so what I recommend to you is to actually go to one of your friends and tell them, hey, I'm going to start being honest with you, and I'm going to start saying no to you more often. Now, it's going to cause a lot of anxiety and hysteria. However, the sanity is all going to be cleared. Everybody is going to be all right. Everybody's going to win-win. So, going back to saying no, I want everybody to do one no for me. Come on, give it up.
No.
Awesome. You graduated with honors.